It's a drive into nostalgia. A 30-minute journey from Bangalore brings us to this old-time school right at the hem of world-renowned Banerghatta National Park. And the flashback just ticks on. We all grew up like this. At least most of us who studied in straight-run schools. Just as we used to, the children here do up the assembly ground before the prayer. They clean it without caring about dirtying their hands and clothes. They sing just as out of sync as we used to. They pick out important stories from the day's newspaper and read them out. They play together, eat together. It's an early education of community living for them. This 1939 born school houses classes from the 1st to the 7th grade. About 500 kids from about 8 to 10 surrounding villages come here to study. None of them, of course, is financially lucky.
90% ಹಳ್ಳಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ ನಮಗೆ ಬರೋದು.
90% are from the villages, from very poor families.
Yes, it's all too obvious. Bare feet, untidy uniforms, torn bags, it couldn't have been any more conspicuous. Many children even turn up in casual dress for want of a second pair of uniform. They just can't afford anything even remotely luxurious. Ironically, education too has come to be a luxury for them. That doesn't mean though they are not interested. They are just as bright as any bright kid could be. Given due support, they too can reach for the stars. But then, where's the support?
ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಈ ಶಾಲೆ ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡೋ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಲಿ ಇತ್ತ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಇತ್ತು?
ಇದು ಶೀಟದು ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಕ್ಕಳೆಲ್ಲ.
All the classrooms here have had asbestos roofing. Once in holidays, a tree branch fell on a couple of them and we lost 2 rooms. We were then left with only 2.
ಅದರ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಅಡಿಗೆ ಮನೆ. ಅವೆರಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದು 2 ರೂಮೇ ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ.
Surely, this is not the kind of infrastructure that can inspire better learning. Even now, there are rooms with fragile walls and broken ceilings. Children still hunker down on the floor for want of proper furniture. But the situation is not all that bleak yet. There is a solid structure rising within the campus, holding out promise of better days. It stands as a testimony to the unrelenting efforts and dedication of the school staff as much to the success of OSAT Drive. OSAT, which stands for One School at a Time, aims to adopt a school which is in dire need of basic infrastructures. Our aim is to uplift such facilities like classroom, sanitation, and teaching aids, and build a sound and safe environment for the children to study in such schools. OSAT has laid down for itself a procedure to identify schools that it can support. It's not just the lack and need of infrastructure that attracts OSAT, it's as much the willingness of the faculty to improve the schools. OSAT considers several factors while selecting a school. First of all, it should serve economically backward children. Number 2, it should be surrounded by dedicated set of teachers, and the community should have an interest in improving such schools. Third, after we renovate, there should be a positive effect in terms of the education and its quality. These 3 are the major yardsticks through which OSAT selects schools. This school in Banerghatta is lucky that it has teachers who have been selflessly and relentlessly striving towards this end.
ಇದು ನಮ್ಮದು 3 ವರ್ಷದ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮದು. ನಾವು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನು ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗೆಲ್ಲನೂ ಮೋಲ್ಡ್ ಹಾಕಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ಶೀಟ್ ಇರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ತೆಗೆದು ಮೋಲ್ಡ್ ಹಾಕಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು.
We have been striving for better infrastructure for over 3 years now. When OSAT came initially, we requested them to just do up the ceilings. Then we had continuous discussions. And finally, When they said they would build the rooms afresh, I felt the happiest in my life.
ನಾವು ಹೋಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮದು ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದಾಗ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನನ್ನ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸಂತೋಷ ನಾನು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಪಟ್ಟಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ.
Everything fell in place all right, but OSAT had a hitch in implementing this project. OSAT had a practical problem in terms of implementing such projects in India. It has no experience whatsoever or not aware of any other issues relating to building infrastructures. So we liaisoned with a charity. We were looking for a charity which has experience, has done this kind of work before, has knowledge and skill set to implement these kind of works in a timely manner and do it in cost-effective manner as well. Rotary fits very well in this picture as they have done quite a lot of projects, have all the skill set that is required and have a good volunteer base who can help us in kind of projects that we want to undertake.
Actually, it so happened that in the beginning of the year, Mr. Vadiraj Bhatt from OSAT was looking out for a project to be done in Bangalore. So he came in contact with one of our colleagues and he referred to me. And from that time on, we took over and we were communicating together on email and telephone. And they wanted to do a project here and they wanted a proposal. So I told him about the school which is there in Banagatta. So he said we want to renovate because the building is in a very bad condition. So we wanted to improve the school as such.
The fruits of labor are there to be seen today. The transformation is striking. OSAT and Rotary have taken pains to ensure that every rupee of the 22 lakhs it poured into this project was well spent. OSAT wanted to make sure that every dollar or a rupee spent in India is completely accountable and is well utilized. For that to happen, when we selected a contractor, we had all the contractual clauses in such a way so that it protects the donor's interest. We had clauses like not delivering on time will incur penalty, or not delivering up to the quality standards will incur penalty. With all those contractual clauses, the money spent was well utilized.
The construction, of course, is going on very well because it is being constructed by our own Rotarians who are architects and contractors, and they are doing an excellent job. And since I am staying very close by, I come almost every day and have a look at the construction and all that.
The sincerity of such efforts are reflected in the quality of the construction. It has been built with a vision and such strong foundation that it can take 2 more floors in the future. They also have done rainwater harvesting to counter possible scarcity of water. Exactly 1 year after the work began, the block of 6 rooms is about to be ready for use in April, just in time for the next academic year. But the woes are not over yet for the school. It still needs good prop-up for the remaining classrooms, and also a safe and equipped room to house the computer donated by the Ajim Premji Foundation.
ನಮ್ಮದು ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ಯೋಜನೆ ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಇವಾಗ ನೀವೇ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಲ್ವಾ, ನಮ್ಮದು ಯೋಜನೆಗಳು ಅಂದರೆ ಅದೇ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಸರ್ ಅನ್ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಅಂತ ಆಗೋಗಿದೆ. ನೋಡಿ, ನಮ್ಮದು ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಎತ್ತರ ಬರಬೇಕು ಒಂದು ಯೋಜನೆ.
We have a lot many more projects because we have a lot many more needs. We need to raise the height of the compound. We need to rebuild the remaining rooms. We need a playground. As I said, we still have a long way to go.
ಇವಾಗ ನಂಗೆ ಮೇಲೆ 3 ರೂಮ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಈ 3 ರೂಮನ್ನು ಡೆಮಾಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಮತಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
Yes, the OSAT initiative has given her and her school a new hope and confidence. Maybe it extends to all other state-run schools as well, one school at a time.